Alright, so page 194 of the book, chapter 7, is inserting a table. Tables are used to organize data in columns and rows, and then you can type text within a table cell, which is just one of the rectangular boxes where rows and columns meet. You can create new tables using quick tables, and there's also you can also insert a new table using a dialog box, which I'm going to show you both in this video. I've already opened the Res Meal Plans from the chapter 7 folder of the student data files. That's step 1 of page 194. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a file. I'm going to save this in my directory on my desktop that I've been using for chapter 7, and I'm going to call that 7.3. Now we're ready to add some tables. We're going to put a table under this meal plans with descriptions, as well as one for meal plan fund allocations, and type some information in those. So to begin, we're going to put our insertion point underneath this meal plans with descriptions. You might not have saw that. You can click here, or to get to the next line, if you're selected at the end, you can push the down arrow and it'll go to the next line. That's what I did there. So we're going to go ahead and put in a 3x2 table, which is 3 columns, 2 rows. So to do that, we're going to go up to Insert, and then on Table, we're going to click the drop-down arrow, and we're going to do a 3 column, 2 row. You'll see right up there it says 3x2 table. We're going to click on, once we've got the size the way we want, just click and it'll insert that table. And it automatically gives us this table selection where you can select the whole table, and it put our insertion point in the first table cell, in the first row in the first column. So we're going to go ahead and type in meal plan name, and to get to the next cell we're going to push tab, and that's going to go over 1, or you can click in an individual cell if you want, but tab will if you're in the first column, it'll go to the second, the third, and when you get to the third, it'll go down to the next row. And as you'll see here in a minute, if you're at the third column or the last column and there's not another row, it will automatically insert another row below it when you push tab from this column. So you can go ahead and type in the information in step number 7 and 8, just using tab to switch between. And now when I hit tab from here, it's going to go down to the next row. I'm just going to enter in the information from step number 9. And notice that WordWrap's going to take over with this longer description and just extend the height of that row to adjust to the text. Here's what I was talking about before. Now, since we're at the last column and the last row, when we hit tab, it's just going to add us a new row there. I'm going to go ahead and type in the rest of the information. That's step 10 on 194 once the information's on 195. Alright, so that was adding a table with the quick table button. Now we're going to look at using the dialog box to insert a table. So we're going to scroll down. We're going to put our insertion point after this meal fund planned allocations, and we're going to go back up to the insert table button again, but instead of figuring it out here, we're just going to click on insert table. It's going to give us an insert table dialog box where we can specify the number of columns and the numbers of rows. So we're going to go ahead and make this a 5 column by 5 rows, and then we're going to click OK. You'll see it automatically gave us a 5 by 5, and we're going to type in the information shown in figure 7.2, and again you can just tab from cell to cell. I'm not going to finish typing all the different data that's in the table, but one thing that you should know is when you get to the last row down here and you've typed all that information in, to avoid adding an empty row to it and you want to go work on the rest of the document, instead of pushing tab right here, you can just click outside the table to change your insertion point. So that's all for inserting a table. Next, we're going to look at formatting and modifying that table.